Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 179 of the Beyou 365-day challenge. And you're probably like, what the heck am I looking at? Today we're talking about the 9 areas of the life framework and how they interact with the area we're focusing on this segment this month, relationships. And relationships, just like all the other areas, interact with all the different areas of the framework. And today what we're going to do, we're going to spend a lot of time, me not talking, but us doing it in an exercise. And the exercise is, we're going to look at relationships with each of the other areas, the 9 areas and aspects of the life framework. We're going to ask ourselves, what are the top 3 things that come to mind for you? And I'm asking myself, I've already got my framework set up. What are the top 3 things that come to mind for me with respect to relationships and physical well-being, my physical health? What are the top 3 things that come to my mind? And it's just, I would say date it, and mine's already dated. Today's the 28th. I'm dating it because over time, what's most important to us changes, right? We're learning that as we go through this challenge. Things at the beginning of the year that really bothered us, we don't even think about anymore because we've created, using the SOAP framework, of course, our little SOAP framework, a way of automatically dealing with those things so that they don't cause us any stress or doubt or worry or fear anymore. We're doing that with every area and aspect of our life. In the last 3 months of the year, we're going to do some cool things as well. So if I'm going to look at relationships and physical. What are the top 3 things that come to mind for me? Relationships emotional. What are the top 3 things that come to mind for me? Relationship mental. What are the top 3 things? Relationship spiritual. Your top 3 things. Relationship financial, top 3 things. Relationship with relationships, maybe it's the relationship. What are the top 3 relationship issues that come to mind for you with respect to your relationships? Maybe it's a relationship with your significant other. Maybe it's a relationship with your kids or grandkids. Maybe it's a relationship with your boss or the people that you work with or someone in your company. Whatever it is, what are the 3 things that pop into your mind first? This really shouldn't take very long because I want you to think about the things that are top of mind are obvious, the things that are the biggest concern for you, as they will be for me. Relationships contribution, which is what we're focusing on in the month of July. Relationships confidence and relationships communication. So if I ask myself, what are the 3 big things that come up for me with respect to relationships and communication? Number 1 for me is listening. Listening. It always is. When I hear communication, I know I need to improve my listening skills. And then maybe it's, and I haven't done it yet. I'm not even going to make it up because I have not done this exercise yet. I just thought of it yesterday. I'm like, well, this is how I want to make sure that I'm connecting the dots with all the different areas and understanding the impact to me of relationships. Maybe with respect to financial, I realize that I have not honed in and been working with ideal people for me. Or maybe I'm not in the right job, or the culture that I'm in at work isn't the right one for me. Whatever it is for you, top 3 things. And for our action item today, I want us to do this exercise for our action item today. I'm going to do it, and I hope you'll do it as well. But then share in the comments below 3 big ahas or 3 things, what I call my big 3. So out of all of this, there'll be 36 things, right? I'm not going to focus on 36 things. So what are the 3 of the 36 that are most important for me to deal with right now? They might not be the most important. They might be the quickest, fastest, easiest things that I can do to tick them off and not have to think about or worry about them anymore. Say there's a person I'm having a challenge with in my business or in my work environment. Maybe it's my boss, maybe it's a coworker, and that actual relationship is causing me tons of doubt, worry, fear, energy, strife. It's keeping me up at night. That's probably going to be something I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to run through the SOAP framework. What's the situation now? What do I want it to be? And then that creates the gap. In the gap, what am I going to do about it? What are all the possible things and options I could do to get that relationship from where it is to where I want it to be? With relationships, it's tricky, remember, because it usually involves another person or other people. And we can only control our part in the relationship. We can't control what they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to respond. That's their responsibility, just like our reactions, our beliefs, our thoughts, our feelings, our responses are our responsibility. But maybe I know that I need to do something about that right away. So I'm going to run it through the SOAP framework. I'm going to take some action. I'm going to see if it moves me in the direction I want it to go. And I'm going to start working on that one right away, etc. Or maybe you've had a falling out with a relative and you know that it's really negatively impacting you. Usually we don't act on something until it's causing us some negative impact, some negative emotion, some negative results, etc. Otherwise, we'll just let things go because we can't address everything all the time simultaneously in our lives. So that's our topic today, the life framework. I like this representation of how things interact because they are like a big web. Everything in the life framework impacts everything else, and that's why I use it to break down but then bring together as I'm planning my year, my 5 years, my 10 years, my 20-year goals and objectives, the direction I want my life to go. And it's why I use the SOAP framework to break down each little task along the way to make sure that I'm moving in the direction I want to go. So then share your big three. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Have fun with this. This is one of those exercises that sounds harder than it is, and then once you start getting your ideas, boom, 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 they start popping out, and all of a sudden, up to the surface bubbles easily the three things that you want to do first, all right? Or work on or look at first, the three relationships. All right, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow.